Good morning, guys. Well, it's back to being cloudy again, and the temperature's only going to be in the 60s, but what can I say? For the rest of the week, unless it changes, it's going to be a little on the warmer side, so I'll be patient and wait for that. Anyway, we'll get down to business here in just a minute. Okay, guys, so as I had told yous, I had been suffering from urination problems, possibly stones or inflammation, whatever it may have been, and that I was drinking pomegranate to resolve the issue. And there's still somewhat of a struggle, but every day I'm getting better. And for the first time in a very long time, without any fluid medication, because I've got fluid pills. I didn't take any. For the first time in months, many months, I ended up having to get up twice in the middle of the night. Twice. That is great news to me. That is very great news to me. So, in weighing myself this morning, I came in at 183.2. I am now 1 ounce less than I was when I started gaining the weight back up. And I am so anxious to see what I'm going to weigh tomorrow. Every day is a surprise, and I love surprises, especially if they're good surprises. So I am really looking forward to what I'm going to weigh tomorrow. So, yes. As I said, there's still somewhat of a strain, but it's getting easier every day. I still have some pains in my kidneys, but at least things are happening, and it looks like I'm not going to have to see my doctor after all. And I'm very glad for that, because where I just saw him, I'm not wanting to end up having to go through one of his nurse practitioners. I would rather see him. So I'm very grateful that I'm not going to have to. Things are really moving along, and it's looking great. So, I guess people has their own ideas about intermittent fasting and Omad, and like whether or not they could or should. One had commented saying that the reason why they don't do Omad is because they were a chronic binge eater. Well, so was I. Major, very major. We're talking about somebody who would take advantage of Halloween and Christmas and Easter and get tons of candy and just eat to my heart's desire. Literally, eat to my heart's desire. And go out in the middle of the night with my husband and eat a meal at a 24-hour restaurant and eat seconds on my meals, which the first meal was a large portion, then turn around and eat just as large as that on the second. Eating whenever, whatever. And it didn't matter if I was hungry or not. It did not matter if I was hungry or not. I hardly ever allowed myself to get hungry, especially when food was available. I really never did allow myself to get hungry. I was a major chronic binger. And so, for me, intermittent fasting and Omad is teaching me discipline. I've got control. And the great thing about it is I can still eat whatever I want. But in order for it to really be substantial, it's got to be balanced. And that means I'm incorporating more vegetables, even if it's just in a salad. I'm incorporating more vegetables, which is better for me, because I hardly would eat vegetables. It would be protein and carbs. That was my meals. And so now I'm having proteins, carbs, and vegetables. And, it's more balanced, it's more substantial. I'm even more happy with my one meals than I was happy eating several meals a day. I was never satisfied, ever. I wanted something else. If I had something sweet, I would want something salty, so I'd eat something salty, and then I'd want something sweet again. And that's how it always went for me. That's how I ate. That's how I binged. There was no end to eating because there was no satisfaction. But with the Omad, my one meal is so balanced so that I don't want anything else for the rest of the day. I'm fine. I'm satisfied. I'm happy. And so all I've got to say is if you feel like you can't do Omad because you're a chronic binge eater, because you are trying very hard to fight that and you're on another diet plan, okay. But I would say that the majority of us who does intermittent fasting and Omad, I would say 9 out of 10 was chronic binge eaters. So that is my question to all of you who use this. How many of you, before you started doing intermittent fasting and Omad, was chronic binge eaters? How many of you? I would love to know. Please leave in the comments below your story of what intermittent fasting and Omad has done for you, and whether or not you was a chronic binge eater. And if you believe that Omad and intermittent fasting is a great idea for those who have problems of binge eating, please let me know. I would love to hear what you think about it. There's a reason why that we have started intermittent fasting and Omad. And it has a lot to do with weight loss, has tons to do with our health, but I bet even more it's so that we finally have that control and we finally have discipline over our life and how we eat. So in the comments below, please share with me whether or not you was a chronic binge eater and what Omad and intermittent fasting has done for you and is doing for you, and if you think it is right for a binge eater. I would love to know that. Me personally, it's made a difference for me. And I believe that intermittent fasting and Omad is perfect for someone who's got binge eating problems, because finally they get to have real control, not just letting loose, but having real control and discipline. That's what I believe. That's what I feel. So I'd love to hear what the rest of you feel too. Anyway, to my new subscribers, thank you and welcome. I am so glad you're here. Thank you so much for joining me. You will see me tomorrow with another journey vlog. I love every single one of you. Have a great day.